Please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel.
At long last, Meave's force reached Angren's marshy woods. Ever been? No? Count yourselves lucky.
You certain we haven't lost our way?
Alas, here there is no way. We continue south, that's all.
South meaning the bottom.
Should you ever venture there, I offer you this advice. Do your utmost to make no noise. Poor soul. His comrades cried out, reached out, but alas, amidst frothing waters they heard bones cracking, the moan of metal bent and crushed.
What the bloody hell, what was that?
Rather not know, personally.
Hold your positions! Arms at the ready!
It was a glusty war. One of many the Lyrians would encounter along their path. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. At last, Meave and her force stood upon the Yaruga's bank. To find and punish the traitor Caldwell, they would have to cross the river. Yet the sole bridge nearby was in Nilfgaard's hands.
Your Majesty, some new reports require your attention.
Hidden among brambles, Meave watched the Nilfgaardian sentries atop the palisade. In full gear.
Very well. We mustn't delay. Reynard, our plan of attack. Armoured infantry to lead and take the first salvo upon their breast, scaling ladders to follow.
And how do you aim to achieve this?
Asked Reynard.
Knock and claim to be a trinket peddler, I suppose.
Reynard did not approve of Meave's decision, this was clear, yet he dared not undermine it. The Queen's blessed already at the gate. Gascon lifted his arm in a gesture of peace, then merrily bantered a bit with the guards.
As you command.
My boots got sand on them.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Order! Hey!
This could hurt.
A knight should help. Our codex commands it.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard!
Back to the dust whence you came!
Order will triumph! It must triumph!
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
Left, right, left, right.
Aye.
Life is mine now!
Discipline shall bring us victory!
Naturally. At once.
Give me a target.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
Watch your heads!
One red Lobington for you, milady. Compliments of the house.
Gascon seemed a fiend as he fought his way to the keep, then single-handedly killed the commander. Suddenly leaderless, the Nilfgaardians laid down their arms.
My, Gascon. Colour me surprised.
Pleasantly so, I trust.
Don't fish for compliments, it doesn't suit you. Besides, you know you deserve both medal and title.
I shall hold you to it, my queen.
In due course. But I must know how. What ruse persuaded the Nilfgaardians to open the gate?
Come, my delightful charms, no ruse.
Oh, I see. Not one to share secrets.
Unremarkable, as I see it. I'd hold my tongue too, were my conscience thus burnt.
I've done naught to hide my shameful past, friend. I was a brigand, indeed, yet...
Do not dare take me for a fool. You know of what I speak.
Yet I don't. Reynard, what is this? What the devils is with you?
Your Grace, in Mahakam, the Nilfgaardian letter we managed to intercept. Consider your offer accepted. Direct Meve and her force to the agreed site. We await their arrival. Your reward shall be as agreed. 'Twas Gascon who told us Caldwell had received Angren to rule. 'Twas Gascon who suggested we ride for Lobington. Here, the Blackclads willingly opened the gate, for they expected him to deliver a prisoner. You...
I don't...
Deny it, Gascon. Go on. Tell me I'm wrong. Do you require any more proof, Your Grace? What do they promise you? Amnesty? Coin in heaps?
Both. I knew Nilfgaard wouldn't parley with me as a matter of course. To be treated seriously, I needed something they valued. A stroke of luck, it was, the chance to free you from Caldwell's grip. 'Twas in Edern that we first spoke. Then came to an understanding after Rosberg's fall.
Why do I still live then? Why not snatch me under Knight's mantle, drag me to Red Lobington in chains?
Meve. I sought to sell you out, I did, and aimed to gain by it. Yet in Edern, you earned my... I swore then I wouldn't follow the terms of the accord I'd made. Instead, I'd let you into the fort and make damn sure the Commandant couldn't reveal the truth. Alas, seems I underestimated Reynard.
Flattery will get you knout. You, sir, are a traitor.
Ah, please, friend. You appear to me a pot that calls the kettle black.
Reynard? What does he mean?
I've no notion, Your Grace. Not the slightest.
Truly? Ha! And I had you pegged for a man of honor. Come now, Reynard. Who sent secret missives to Willem?
What? Reynard?
His Highness guest chambers in Mahakam. One of my lads snuck in. Found a letter bearing the signature of one Reynard Odo.
Reynard, I beg you. Say it's not so. Tell me it's a filthy lie.
Your Grace. I'd hoped His Highness and you would reconcile. To see son stand against mother rent my heart. I wish to help.
Behind my back.
Your Majesty, I sought merely to push the youth to see reason, to open his eyes.
So say you now. Yet I can't know what was in the letters. I can't know what pacts you made. And alas, I can no longer take you at your word.
I'm not alone in having deceived. Yet I am in repairing my wrong.
Meve felt a tempest rise inside her. Yet she could not release it lest it cloud her view. She would solve the problem, strike it from her mind, and resume her journey at once.
Out of my sight. Both of you.
Your Grace, I beg you, calm yourself and think this through.
Must I set the hounds on you?
Gascon and Reynard glanced at one another, then turned and parted down different paths. From the palisades' rampart, Meve gazed out over the marshlands across. From the captive Nilfgaardians, Meve learned Caldwell.
Mom, I must speak to you when you find a free moment.
In Angren swamps, one can easily lose one's way. Thick fog fills the air, paths end without warning, dense thickets obscure the distance. To her soldiers' astonishment, Meve cast off her gauntlets and started up the nearest trunk. She longed to see the castle for herself. Meve looked out to see a mighty stone tower outlined against the horizon. Legend holds the soldiers stood exhausted and filthy, many with raspy coughs, all sick of the meager gruel. But with the command to advance, a new strength sparked within them. Their step was lively, a fire burned in their eye. Meve consulted her engineer, Xavier, who alas had no notion how to better the Lyrians' odds. With heavy heart, Meve ordered her force to attack.
Caldwell!
I knew you'd come. Your lofty pride presages another dramatic fall.
Wise choice.
Left, right, left, right.
Watch your heads!
Without hesitation.
Again and again and again.
Order!
Damn it! If only Reynard and Gascon were here.
More, you dirty tart.
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
Should have listened to me, old lady. I'm a boss.
army's a waste of time for one like me.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Then run through!
Not supposed to be any smoke.
Every rib's a thief.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Your life is mine now.
One boat.
Mahjong.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
For the Queen! God save the Queen! To the last!
No one touch him! The Count is mine!
Many of Meave's victories have been immortalized in poetry and song, but not the fall of Tuzla. Lyrians fought.
If it's mercy you expect, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Mercy? I know you all too well for that, Maeve. Ever vindictive and cruel.
All this from a paragon of knightly virtues. You stabbed me in the back, Caldwell, and used Willem to do so. My son!
Who agreed without a moment's hesitation? Forsaken by your own son, your flesh and blood. What's that say about you?
Oh, you tread on thin ice. Choose your next words carefully.
Spare me your threats. You'll kill me all the same.
Death can come in many ways, Count. Some quick, some slow.
My, how you strut and vaunt. Terribly sure of yourself. Perhaps too sure.
Your castle is mine. I've crushed your force. I dare say no, I'm not.
Precisely my point. Don't you see? The Empire's not one army, it's dozens, hundreds. It's what I strove to knock into that thick dome of yours. Alas, you're too much a dullard. Soon as I'd learned you'd crossed into Angren, I sent for reinforcements. They'll be here soon. 3 regiments, armed to the teeth.
They'll find your corpse impaled upon a spike, while I'll be long gone.
By which path, I wonder? But one bridge leads to Tuzla. As it happens, I ordered it raised as you laid siege. The swamps around the castle are too deep to cross. Try to rebuild the bridge, the Imperial troops will arrive before you can finish. Your men they'll slay as you watch, and then they'll wring your neck.
I wouldn't be so pleased were I you. You won't live to see this outcome.
I know that, but I take heart in the truth. Though the castle you've seized and will likely kill me, I've won. Outsmarted you, Meave. Twice now. And you know what? 'Twasn't even that hard.
With those words, with his arrogance and contempt, Caldwell had gone too far. The Queen gripped his shoulders, pushed. Caldwell stumbled backwards, then tripped out the window. A blood-chilling Meave scouts quickly confirmed the traitor's claim. The bridge was indeed in flames, and Nilfgaardian regiments were advancing from the south. Now to confirm if there was truly no other route.
King Ragbard himself ordered it built. Had him drop great stones into its swamp, one after another, like beads on a string.
A silly tale to frighten children, Meave thought at first. Then paused. For something about the man's voice made his every... Soon, Meave stood where the stable hand had said she should, at the edge of a vast marsh. Carefully, she dipped a... With the path to Isgith hidden from view, Meave kicked off her boots to empty them of water and mud, then promptly screamed.
Ah!
Her leg...
What the devils?
But Meave's words caught in her throat. Leeches and ticks in the dozens dang... While accustomed to life mid swamp monsters and black magic, the Lyrians entered the village, swords in hand, prepared to fight. But not...
More likely to come around.
Meave leapt to her feet. A man in thick leather armor had emerged from one of the huts.
Far as monsters go,
He said, lips curling into an unpleasant smile.
Witchers aren't usually wrong.
A moment later, a scream pierced the air.
You were right.
I smell a leak.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
I feel a strong magic.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Back to the dust whence you came!
When will you ever learn?
Every rib's a thief. For Lydia!
Getting to work.
The unworthy shall be punished.
That'll be the last of them. Should be quiet for a bit.
The Lyrians emerged victorious, due in no small part to the Witcher.
Thanks for the help. Name's Ivo, Witcher, School of the Bear.
So, a godless mutant.
Ache, I shall do the talking. Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia.
Well, well. Didn't expect to see anyone out here. And certainly not a queen with an army in tow.
We're not here by choice.
I bet not. No one plans to pass through Isgith.
And you? What's brought you here? A contract, perchance?
That's right. Hunting a monster.
This beast you're out to slay, what is it?
Hang on. You mean to tell me you've led your force into Isgith and don't even know what lives here?
I believe I was clear. We're not here by choice.
Yeah, but now that you are here, it'll take a minor miracle to get you out. Isgith swamps, realm of a truly dangerous being. Elves call it Gvern Iker, the Bloody Mistress. Over generations, locals twisted the name until it became Gurnikora.
Indeed. I've heard it.
So you've also probably seen her beloved fruit, leeches and ticks. You'd all be wise to stay away from them.
The leeches and ticks, you called them her fruit.
It's kinda complicated.
We've time enough.
Gurnikor is a little like a vampire. They're kindred creatures. Except, instead of feasting on the blood of others, She feeds them her own.
I'm not certain I understand.
They're parasites, right? She puts them on her body, feeds them her own blood, then hangs them on shrubs and trees.
Ugh, to what end?
To other monsters, they're delicacies. Sweet, juicy, full of Gurnakora's blood. Irresistible. Any beast that tastes that loses its mind, turns into Gurnakora's slave. So, if your paths cross and push comes to shove, she's not gonna be alone. Find yourself fighting the whole damn swamp.
And you? Will you not hunt her any longer?
Oh, I will. Just need to prepare. Realized that today. Gotta brew some potions, blade oils. Come back in a few days.
I don't even have that much time. Nilfgaard's hordes pursue us. I must march on.
In that case, wish you luck. Lots of it.
I suppose there's no argument that would persuade you to ride with us.
Your Grace, mutations strip us of emotion, not reason.
Let him go. He'll not be missed, Your Majesty. He and his ilk, they're simply not to be trusted.
The Witcher vanished midst the trees. And Meve simply hoped her soldiers had not overheard any part of their conversation. The Lyrian force had reached the very heart of Isgith. From every branch, vine and shrub hung leeches and ticks by the dozen. Suddenly, splashes all around me in the water, as if a rain of fist-sized drops had begun to fall.
Weapons at the ready!
The Queen roared.
Close ranks!
The Lyrians quickly converged, formed a wall.
Everyone! Rally!
Lose not hope. 'Tis always...
Again and again and again.
Ah!
Majesty! These parasites, they feed on us!
Long live me! War, you dirty...
Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise woman.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
How quickly the scales tip.
Back to the dust whence you came! Every rib's a thief. For Lydia!
Ah!
These ghastly beasts.
Not going into the fray already, are we?
Remember that
Fear not! We shall achieve our goal!
Aye.
God's blast it! My breastplate chafes.
I believe it's dead.
Of the battle in Isgith, Meve remembered very little. It seemed a nightmare, its details a haze, the sensations very real.
Burn the corpse,
Rasped the Queen.
and we move on.
The soldiers' eyes darted about in a series of silent glances. Were she to repeat the order, they would carry it out. Yet she did not wish to force that on them. Swallowing her own revulsion, in evading Nilfgaard's banners, Meve led her force into Angren's wildest reaches. The foe could not attack the Lyrians there, yet hazards of another sort befell them. One day they reached a quagmire too vast and deep to ford. So the Queen summoned her engineer, Xavier, and called on him to build a makeshift bridge. By nightfall, he had drawn up plans.
We shall start by laying abutments, then drive piles into the mire.
The depth?
We dropped plumb lines. 4 ells.
By the plans, Meve did not see as Xavier slipped a line off his shoulder. By the time she felt it on her throat, she feared it might be too late.
I long awaited this moment, when we would be alone. You die now, Majesty, and with you dies Lyria's, Riria's, the whole North's will to resist. Hail, Ketzer, hail!
What died was the Nilfgaardian rallying cry in Xavier's throat. At the last instant, Gascon and Reynard rushed in to save the warrior queen, and thus proved their loyalty beyond any doubt.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
There was no answer, but Reynard could hear her breathe. Meve would live. It was several hours later when Meve finally came to. She opened her eyes, then Gascon and Reynard helped her to her feet.
Careful, Your Majesty.
I should have been more careful earlier. Damn it. If you two hadn't...
No need for words. You needn't mention it.
I couldn't disagree more. We're due for a long conversation. First of all, I owe you thanks, while you owe me an explanation. As far as I remember, I banished you. Ordered you to leave, stay out of my sight.
Forgive us, your grace. 'Twas not an order we could obey.
You've flown too close to the Great Sun, Maeve. A tough fight awaits you. A fight you can't possibly win alone.
But I'm certain to lose as well, surrounded by traitors. How can I be sure you scheme no more?
Your Majesty, Gascon and I've erred, disgracefully so. But we're prepared to atone if it be your will.
How? Will you get down on your hands and knees and beg?
No, Maeve. With our lives. Our blood.
Ugh. Not another word. Not about blood. Not in these swamps. Both of you stabbed me in the back. I'm still furious as a wasp. Yet the campaign's been punishing. Your help might have made it less so, and my greatest challenges lie ahead. So be it. You can return.
Thank you, your grace. I swear by the gods.
No need. Just do your jobs. We've matters to which we must attend. I trust as I lay there dead to the world, you did not sit about with your thumbs up your bums. Have you at least learned why Xavier betrayed us, sided with the Empire?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Your grace, the rogue who lunged at you, in truth, was one Gwalter ep Lwynoch, a Nilfgaardian spy.
But we found him in the rubble at Rosberg. Midst the ashes.
Precisely what placed him beyond suspicion.
We suspect Walter enlisted with the Edanians some years past, infiltrated that army.
He had a hand in Rosberg's defense. Then, when the time was right, he lent that same hand to its demise. Caused an explosion that tore a hole through its walls. It worked, but at a price. He suffered severe burns. If not for our medics, he'd have...
Stop. So it was not elves who brought about the fort's fall as he claimed?
A filthy lie to stoke the fires of racial hatred, to stir conflict and chaos and rage that would make the realm of Edirn waver and fall.
If we're to judge by Rayla's actions, he was rather successful.
Bastard. Yet even so badly hurt, in such pain, not for a moment did he drop his mummer's act.
I've heard much of Nilfgaardian spies, your grace. They're trained from childhood, face constant indoctrination. They do anything for the Emperor, anything and everything. As soon as Gwalter spotted a chance to join our ranks, to be at your side, he took it, exploited it ably.
We've talked enough. We must form up, move on.
Majesty, you ought to rest. You stand swaying. Your step can't be too sure.
Only my horse needs step true.
Maeve, you've just about had the life choked out of you. No time to play the hero.
I'm not Gascon. Quite the opposite, actually. These damn swamps, they terrify me. I wish to get the hell out and never, ever look back.
The Aruga lies near. I sent scouts ahead. They've secured a barge. We can sail to Red Lobendon.
Splendid. Sound the horns. We march.
Sandflies and mosquitoes blanketed Maeve's face and neck. She did not bother to brush them away. Though near her strength's end, Maeve stepped up her pace. She could not wait to stand upon a barge deck and leave Angren's infernal bogs.
Your Grace, have mercy. I stepped away but for a spell,
Croaked a scout, pale as a ghost.
Everyone, rally to me! Drive them back!
Without hesitation.
Wise choice.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Left, right, left, right.
Order!
This could hurt.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
War, you dirty tart.
God's blast it! My breastplate chase.
Your life is mine now.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Wise choice.
Every rib's a thief.
Ha!
I'd hoped we could solve this some other way.
Of course I'll manage. I trained a full week.
Burak!
Yes.
Nästa tu.
Exzellent Zweifel!
My boots got sand plenty in them.
Elherzer!
Your Grace, that was but their vanguard.
Near the battle's end, Meve faced a black-clad officer. Nimbly dodging his strike, she...
Majesty, what is it? Are you hurt?
Reynard said, rushing to her side.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
We ain't time enough for that.
Interjected Gascon.
That was but the vanguard sent in pursuit to slow us down. And even so, they outnumbered us.
Gascon is right. Should Nilfgaard close the distance between us, we'll stand little chance.
At least you've the sense to...
But I would...
Meve waited for the medics to sew the last stitch, tie off the last bandage. Only then did she order her force to move out. Fatigued and laden with the wounded, the Lyrians moved slow as molasses. Soon, Nilfgaard's... At long last, Meve spotted a dark form spanning the river's course, Red Lobendon's bridge. Just a brief stretch more, and the Lyrians would find themselves beyond the... Meve shut her eyes, felt them sting with fatigue. She knew when she turned she could not show her men one out.
Those would be lies! The truth is as bitter as it is undeniable. We stand cornered. Cannot win this fight, cannot flee it.
Defend the Queen! Valyria!
Inarin Yalde Kronfair.
Valyria!
Long live me!
Now, how did that incantation go?
We may die here today, but...
Life amidst flowers, now here I'm marching proud.
Give me a target. Our ballista, your command.
Damn it, just gets better and better.
To the bridge! Cut the way back to the bridge!
Naturally. At once. Yes?
Aye.
Estella Zweifel!
I'm a born servant.
Your life is mine now.
Should've listened to me, old lady. This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Whoa, you dirty tart.
Barbarians.
A knight should help. Our codex commands it. Elherzer.
Wise choice.
I smell a leak.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Yes?
So much anger and suffering. For what?
Your Majesty, no!
I've lost my tooth. Fun of a whore.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Sorry, turnips back for an encore.
Draw and cast down!
Left, right, left. What now? Order!
Cursed traitors.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Your life is mine now. The able can pass.
Baru?
A highly curious case.
Fall back! Below it!
Meve was victorious on the banks of the Yaruga, but paid dearly for it. She lost a host of men and suffered harm herself. Yet she'd have been doomed, if not for a certain white-haired witcher. Meve longed to meet her mysterious savior and set off in search of him as soon as the battle dust had settled. She found him with the field surgeon and learned he was none other than the Witcher Geralt. Yes, incredible as it may seem, I've heard the tale from several and can vouch for its truth. At any rate, making note of the fact that Geralt's ears were ringing from a blow with a mace, Meve began immediately to interrogate him.
Uther, Thronebreaker?
Asked Meve, prodding him insistently. For a spell, Geralt worried his hearing was shot, but then realized the Queen had a lisp.
Worked out that way, I guess.
You guess?
Meve gagged on the blood in her mouth.
Someone hold me!
The Queen felt Geralt merited the highest honor, a knighthood. Another monarch might have delayed until a more opportune time, but not Meve. Meve delayed nothing.
Count Odo, you, sir, do the honors. Alas, I cannot because of my tooth.
For valor shown in battle, I, Meve, by the gods' grace, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, hereby do knight thee.
Geralt of place unknown. The bridge you felled with men from Rivia. Or so you guess. I guess it falls to me to dub thee Geralt of Rivia.